Hey everyone, this is Andres Soklal of Extra Time TV, and I'm here at the Movement Mechanics Physical Therapy and Athletic Recovery Center.
That's quite a mouthful.
In Port of Spain. As you all know, we are taking part in a competition right now. EXTV Elite has a very grueling schedule for somebody who's not a professional player. So in between games, we have to check in, look at our recovery, and this is the place to be. So we're going to check out Gregory Seals, and he's going to give us a tour of the facility and maybe give me some advice on how to keep myself tip-top in between games. So let's check it out. So here we are with Gregory Seals, the founder of Movement Mechanics. This is a wonderful facility. Tell us a little bit about yourself and this facility, Gregory.
Andre, I'm a sport performance and corrective exercise specialist. Even though we're in the physical therapy and recovery center, I'm not a physical therapist.
Yeah.
But basically what we do here is the rehabilitation portion of the entire business operation. We also do the athletic recovery side of it, where we use different technology to help the athlete recover faster.
Extra Time is participating in a tournament right now. Very light-hearted, of course. But of course, the misuse of, recovery and just the misapplication, and a lot of people get injuries. Injury prevention is a big thing. So, we decided this was the place to come to make sure that I'm in peak shape for this tournament. So Gregory, you're going to give us a quick tour of this facility.
Sure.
All right. Okay, Gregory, so tell us what's happening here.
So what's going on here is we have some players coming in from different schools. We had an off-season program that started in February, and we're finishing off in August.
Yeah.
Basically what they're doing is we have one day in that off-season, at the end of the off-season, that we dedicate to the recovery. All right, so everybody will have different varying things that they need to work on.
Yeah.
So we have the players working on some soft tissue mobilization. We have some working on some little back soreness. Things that come with the sport.
Yeah, the wear and tear.
Yeah, wear and tear. So this area here is basically the treatment area where the physical therapy will happen. It's for all the injuries and whatever needs to be sorted out here. And then after we have the recovery room, which we'll be going to next.
Next destination.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people, not familiar with this aspect of the preparation. A lot of people speak about training very loosely. You also work with some professional teams as well and national athletes. So give me some examples of some of those. I know Central has seen a couple others at one point.
Well, I've worked with the national senior team, senior men, women, juniors. I've worked with some of the pro league teams as well. Even some of the young national players and other professionals. The recovery side of it is something that is often overlooked.
Yeah.
And recovery is a science. So recovery is not just after a session jumping in an ice bath and taking some stretches, but they have so much more to it than just that. We have to look at soft tissue maintenance. We have to look at maintaining mobility, flexibility, and even your mental, psychological health as well. Right?
Yeah, so those are all components that a lot of people overlook. Right. So Gregory, where to next?
The recovery room.
All right. This is what I should be doing, but I'm not. So Gregory, what's the name of this room?
So this is the normal tech room. This is where we go in to get the legs fresher, faster.
Let's go. All right, so Gregory, tell us what's happening in here.
So what's happening here is that they're using what you call normal tech boots to recover their legs. What's happening here is we use air pressure to mobilize the metabolic waste on the fluids in the leg. Usually, when you train or play a lot, your legs get heavy.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is to reduce that heavy leg feeling to a minimum. So basically, after we do this, we're looking to get back out at faster. What this does is we move the fluids out and bring fresh blood back in at a faster rate.
Okay. So essentially, I don't want to get too technical, but basically in terms of recovery for guys like elite athletes, and then guys like us who playing in friendly tournament, that's the ideal recovery.
It's actually for anyone basically, anybody that is involved in any kind of physical activity, even for the person who's in working and standing on their feet for long hours. So basically we do this basically every Friday. Because now with the guys back in their teams and in a pre-season mode, what's happening is that there's a lot of mileage going on the legs, getting ready for the season to start. So we want to be able to get those legs pressure.
Okay.
For them to recover for the next week of training.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about these guys here. Which team do they play for? And what is their specific plan?
But we have guys from Fatima, we have guys from St. Mary's. That they kind of make up the brunt of the whole squad. Then we have QRC representing there. We have St. Anthony's. We have Belmont. We have West Mokrapo.
That's where Paul is from.
Paul, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So for us, like for example, the EXTV team playing in the context of a league every week, 12-minute high intensity training. Russell Atterby and those guys are playing. So obviously it's not at a professional level where you're playing for 90 minutes, but it is physical activity.
It's physical activity.
Would you recommend this for myself and the other guys? Because the leg heaviness is a very common thing, especially me and the cameraman. So would you recommend this for us?
Oh yeah, definitely. Once you're in any kind of tournament type situation where you're playing games upon games upon games, you're gonna feel the weariness, and it's just a good way to recover.
Okay, so because we have lots of games every 2 days, it is 12 minutes. There's high intensity running inside an enclosed area,
especially when the fitness level not up to par.
So obviously we are not elite athletes. We're just guys who are playing. We don't have a routine.
Right.
So ideally, so like for someone like myself, if you had to recommend the usage of this, how would you? Just after initial assessment then?
Well, the best time to use it is obviously right after.
Okay.
But a day after is sufficient. The faster you get into the boot, the better.
Okay.
For the recovery process to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So ideally throughout a season, you would recommend,
We plan to be the boys here plan to be using this every week actually.
Okay.
During the season, because the secondary schools have 2 games a week, which is it's a bit much for young athletes, but it is what it is. So we have Wednesdays and Saturdays, I believe.
Yeah.
So we have to get in a recovery day, and we're looking at the Thursday being the recovery day for them to come in and do this during the season.
All right. So like for international athletes, like the national athletes, not necessarily football, but all athletes. For example, like international footballers, or even cricketers, they have different types of schedules. International footballers, they have their club regime.
Right.
Do any of the national footballers,
This
come here on international duty, or it's more separate?
This is used all over the world. Actually, we had the Night Riders use it just between their back-to-back games.
We'll be checking them soon.
Yeah. And this is used all over the world.
Okay.
From all the top-level teams in the EPL, the Spanish League, NBA. We go right on.
Raising the bar. So basically, if you have to go off the top of your head in the context of the show, because we're going to talk about the poor recovery methods of Extra Time TV Elite, which is going to change now. Somebody like myself, how much would you recommend in terms of duration after a game for somebody like myself who's not a elite athlete? After a game, you would say, all right, Andre, strap in how long?
I think you'll get between 20 to 30 minutes minimum would give you results.
Okay.
Within 20. Right now we have these guys in for 45 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So guys, we'll definitely have to be coming here every week. All right, Gregory. So where to next?
We go into show you the massage room and the assessment rooms.
Okay. All right, so Gregory, I could pretty much figure that this is the massage room.
This is the massage room.
I suspect. Yeah.
This is where we athletes or whoever comes in to get their soft tissue work done, deep tissue massage, whether it is for whatever ailment, whether it's back, hip, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So this is the room where it's obviously quiet. You can relax and basically get your massage done.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much technology inside of here, but obviously this is the room. This is an important part of the business as well, where people could come in and just kind of calm down.
Okay, the psychological part you said is a key thing, and then understanding, I guess, the physiological side of the body is important here. So, for example, somebody like myself, once again, keep saying this, not an elite athlete, but we're playing in this tournament. I want to make sure that I'm okay. I had a hip flexor injury I had a while before, so do my recovery there, come afterwards, and then I'm guessing you'll have a specific routine for somebody like myself. I'm using myself as an example.
Usually we have people, you're going to see a lot, I mean, over the years doing this, you see a lot of people coming in with aches and pains, and sometimes it's basically some muscle issues. It's tightness, some trigger points. Trigger points are knots in the muscle that you need to just loosen up, get the muscle tissue back to where it's supposed to be.
Optimal,
being optimal. And just keep anybody primed and ready for activity.
Because a lot of people don't notice Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, in the context of football, one of their key elements, beside the tactics and all that, people have to talk tactics. One of their key components of success is their physical preparation. And Jose Mourinho actually explained, and Pep, that his recovery and preseason preparation was extremely important to sustain the rigors of an entire season, pre, during, and afterwards.
I think with the absence of a recovery protocol, what tends to happen is that the amount of stress that the body goes under in training, and that is where the injury comes. So if the body cannot handle the stress that is put upon it, then the body will break. So the recovery itself, yes, is the physical touch, using the technology, but it's also getting enough rest, eating the proper foods, the timing of your foods as well, and then obviously massage therapy and all those other things.
Because there's another misconception. A lot of people train really hard. We live in a generation of Google where you can just Google stuff online. But there's a lot of components that you have to pay attention to, this is an essential part of it, as you said before, and I agree, is often overlooked. Because I played high school football back in the day, and you would do training, but recovery, when the actual game day comes, your legs falling apart. So this is an area that is often overlooked, and we had to make sure to highlight what it is you do, because there's a lot of people out there, not just footballers as well, especially the fans of the show, who don't know that this exists here. So we're just doing our part to really expose it.
This is actually very, very new to Trinidad. Actually, I saw the gap in that recovery science in Trinidad, and I just trying to fill that gap basically. It is key that people understand that rest and recovery is when the body adapts and the body gets stronger, instead of having to train and break the body down. The body only gets stronger after it's broken down and recovers.
Because oftentimes you see coaches training players really hard, they go in under the notion work really hard, and they overlook that recovery component. And lots of injuries, which is very costly. The medical bills, if you have an organization, you have athletes, you want to save money. All those pro teams, so injury prevention, your athletes are your assets. You want to make sure that they are tip-top level. And this is an area, I said it about 500 times, often overlooked. So Gregory, anything else you want to show us? Or should I get strapped into the...
Yeah, let me get strapped in.
Oh goodness. Okay, I was calling him on a dare, but I'll do it. Can't chicken out now, so let's do it. So any parting words you want to share to anybody out there? Or to myself?
Well, thanks for coming. It was great having you. To all the viewers out there, let's make sure and recover so you can go again.
Yes. Recovery, remember, that is the key. A lot of people talk about training hard or whatever, but recovery is an aspect that is overlooked. This is going to be the first of many videos we're going to do with Gregory. He's going to show us the proper way to do things. This is the place to go.
Okay guys, so that wraps things up of this episode of Extra Time TV. Be sure to tune in next time and like and subscribe. Check us out below.